right, so our first topic is, since in our family we lost somebody this week, and I know you didn't went through that, but dealing with grief. So I guess let me unpack a little bit of my business without telling all my business.
Okay.
So my father-in-law passed this week, and very close with my wife. He was a very good father, a very good husband. He had 6 children. Like, I looked up to the man myself. So seeing my wife be in a very vulnerable state all the way up till he passed, and then even after, it kind of gives you a different perspective on life.
Yeah.
And how much time you actually have.
Yeah.
Because they was married 41 years, but it just seems like it went by so fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, how do you, because I know you lost a brother.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you do to deal with the grief part?
What's love? What's love?
For me, we do music.
Yeah.
And so immediately I went and I created songs for him,
Yeah.
just to kind of express my emotions. I even shot like a couple videos, and he also done music. So
Okay.
I was actually able to take his vocals
Yeah,
and
yeah,
use
yeah.
them and collaborate together, because we didn't get to do a lot of that when he was live. So we had something that we shared in common, which was music, a love for that. So that's been a big help, because I can hear his voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dang, I can ride down the street, turn on the radio, you know what I'm saying, put on the MP3, hear some of his music. And also, talking to my parents about it, just us just kind of working together. It's good to have family and friends that's close to you that you can kind of express your feelings to.
Yeah.
You don't want to, this ain't something you want to deal with alone.
Nah.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
at all, yeah.
and so he actually lived in Georgia, and I stayed here, so I've only seen him a few times a year.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he passed, he was in Georgia, and I was here, so I had to go down, and so like my dad and my stepmom took it real bad, but me and my other siblings, we're kind of there to help comfort them, and we're like, hey, we still here. We miss him too, but we gotta find a way to go on.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy thing to do.
Bro,
And,
I know it is. I know it ain't.
whenever I think losing a child, they say losing a child is the worst. And my pops, to this day, it's still very hard for him. But yeah, man, I think just keeping family and friends close around that you can express your feelings to is the most important thing.
I was gonna say, I think my wife needs more of the family friends, because I know she talked to me, but I don't know if she talked to her mom a lot, probably like she should. Like I said, without telling people business, but yeah, I mean, if you had more siblings, like you said, that you can talk to and kind of express your emotions, that helps. Yeah.
Absolutely. But and I met your father-in-law a few times.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the marriage council with us. Great guy. Something unfortunate, but unfortunately, all of us got to go through it one day.
Yeah.
And like you said, when somebody close to you pass, it makes you realize that we ain't untouchable. We ain't invincible.
Because he was a strong guy. He was in shape, and
Right.
like I said, I just seen cancer take a couple people down.
Yeah.
And it's just a terrible disease.
Terrible. Man.
Cancer.
Yes.
But yeah, man, dealing with the grief process. I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she lost her sister. I don't even know how many years it's been, bro. It's been a while, but she lost her sister, and I was asking her, like, how did you deal with the grief? And she said it was just hard. She couldn't even look at her pictures.
Yeah.
And it's just hard. Like I said, I think it's definitely beneficial when you got people to talk to. You can express your feelings, and you're sad before, but you're also sad after. Even if your relative or that family member went to a better place, it's still very hard, because right now you just know you're not gonna get to see him.
Right. Yeah, and it's still kind of hard for me to kind of look at his pictures as well, especially immediately afterwards. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel you.
You can't do it. So it's not an easy thing, losing a family member, especially somebody so close to you, your parents, siblings, kids. But I think like I said, keep some family close by, and you got to trust God. You gotta trust them, you know.
More than ever.
You gotta trust them that, hey, this is the right decision that God made. He
Yeah.
wanted his child. He wanted his baby. And when he want him, he come to get him.
Okay.
You know, so you
Yeah.
gotta trust that, and I think just finding a way to keep moving.
I was gonna say one of the ways I've been dealing with it, because like I said, I have those conversations with my wife. You know, I see her at those times when she's vulnerable, is I've been listening to a book talking about near-death experiences. And it talks about people who have died and seen the afterlife, all the similarities and stuff like that. And that just gives me a piece of comfort, you know, knowing, like I said, he went to a better place and how all that works out. Maybe we'll do an episode on that because it's very interesting. But yeah, it's been bringing me comfort outside of, you know, the Lord and praying, but giving me strength, because I can't give any strength that I don't have in the situation.
Yeah.
You feel me? So trying to build myself up with stuff like that, staying in the Word, and I want to be there for her.
Absolutely. That's something you don't think about immediately when you get married to somebody, right? You know, if something happens to one of their parents or siblings or something, you have to be there to help them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stay strong. You have to be that foundation when they want to crumble and they want to give up and cry. You as the spouse, you got to be there to help set that foundation and keep them strong and pray with them and cry with them and you know what I'm saying. So all y'all, you know, think about marriage. This is what you have to go through.
And I probably, you know, I'm not gonna say probably, but one day I will be in that situation.
Facts.
Because we all got to go. You know what I'm saying? So I got both my parents, but you know, one day I will be in that situation.
Right. So you know, you got somebody right by your side that's gonna help you the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, and also just makes you want to spend more time with your parents and with your kids and with your siblings.
Everybody.
Because, you know, we get so busy, man, and just trying to grind and do this and do that. But, like, you know, time is borrowed.
I'm telling you, man, it's...
You know, so even myself, like I said, I got my dad in Georgia, a couple other family members in Georgia, just trying to make it a point. Even if it's once every couple months, let me go down, let me go see him, you know, and call him up, you know. So make time for your family, man.
I think you do a good job of that, bro. Just watching you for the last few years, you know, spending time with your family, spending time with your wife, you know, going out your way for your kids, bro. You do that well.
I appreciate it, brother, because it's not easy to squeeze in that time, as you know.
And then you got, you know, full-time job, and then you got, you know, full-time business. So yeah, bro, I give you your kudos.
I appreciate it,
for sure,
brother. For sure.
But yeah, how do you deal with grief? It's a hard thing, man, but
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I guess that's all I got for that show.
Keep it pushing, see through the dark like Stevie Wonder.